Hi everyone. So in this video, we are going to learn how to do a scan with the Healy. Now, there are 5 Healy models, and the resonance models and above have the ability to scan your bioenergetic field to identify where is there interference in your frequencies and where can we apply programs to bring your system back into harmony so you can be in your optimal state in body, mind, and spirit. So let's go. So we were just doing the last video teaching you how to run a program. So I'm gonna just show you really quickly. Great, start broadcast. Okay, so over here we have the pink app running in the background with a program that we manually selected. Because we're just starting out, I picked a program from the gold program group, which is what's advised when you're just starting out with Healy. You stick with the gold programs in your first week. The other thing that we want to make sure is that we keep the frequencies low, somewhere between 15 to 20%. Now, let's go over and let's do a scan. So as you see, the pink app is the one that you use to run the programs. Very simple. The blue app is the one that you use to do the scans. So let's go open the blue app. So here we are in my little Healy dashboard showing all the different apps I have. Now again, I want to just remind you, the apps on the bottom left, the blue and the pink with the little dot, those are the old versions. So I recommend don't download those to your phone. Get the 2 apps that you see on the upper left side of the screen. Actually, all of the apps on the top row, get those. The blue app does the scans, the pink app runs the program, and that Heal Advisor, the third one with that wave sign, that is your search app where you can go and you can search any conditions or symptoms you may be experiencing and see some programs that are suggested and recommended to help you harmonize your system with that condition. So for this demonstration, we're now going to open the blue app. So I clicked the blue app on the top left and click next. Okay, great. So now it's just downloading information from the database. Now, the first thing I'm going to want to do is I want to connect my device to the app. So if you look in the top right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see a little icon with a red Bluetooth circle. Now I'm going to click on that and let's say, let's search for a device that we can connect to your mobile device. Okay, so we want to connect our device to our phone. Now I'm going to go search for devices. It's searching for devices. And oh no, what's happened? It says no device found. Why would there be no device found? This is something that can confuse people. Here's the thing that you need to know is you have to close the other app. You can't have both apps open at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swipe up. I'm going to go over here to the pink app and I'm going to swipe up to close it. Now, let's click try again and see what happens. Okay, great. Now there is my device. That was simple. Okay, so I'm just going to select the device and I'm going to click connect at the bottom of the screen. And so now I am practicing the fine art of patience as the Bluetooth makes a connection to my device. Okay, great. So my Healy device, connect to another device. Nope. We're going to go in the top left-hand corner, that little arrow, and just press back. Okay, great. Now we're connected and you see the different options on the screen. For the purpose of this video, we want to learn how to do a scan. So we're gonna look at the top option that says resonance, Healy program group analysis. And I'm going to click the little plus sign on the right side of the screen. And you'll see I have my picture, my name, and there's a focus. With what do I have the greatest resonance now? And below that it says select a database. So what we have here is the top one says all Healy programs. So that, when we click that, it's going to scan for all of the programs on the Healy to see what do you resonate most with right now. Now, below that, we can see the separate program groups. So you'll see why this is important, that we can actually do a scan just from a certain program group. So say for experience, we're experiencing pain, we can do a scan just in the pain program group to see which program from that group would be best for what we're going through right now. But for now, we're just going to click the first button, the first option that says all Healy programs. So I'm going to click that. And on the screen, it says, please hold your focus strong and stable during the analysis. At the end, you'll hear a sound if your mobile device is not muted. If your mobile device is muted, it might vibrate. Don't worry about it. Okay, so why this is important. It's important when you run a scan that you're present. You're not running a scan and doing something else in the background. This is a moment where we take a deep breath, we tune into our body, we notice how we're feeling, and we bring this question to mind. What do I have? What do I resonate with most right now? What do I need most right now? So I'm going to bring that focus to mind, and I'm going to press start analysis, that blue button. Okay. So I'm keeping my focus stable and steady on myself and how I feel, staying present with my breath. Great. So now what's come up is a list of programs with what do I have the greatest resonance now? And you'll see skin programs has come up first. I chuckle because my dad, I was just on the phone with him the other day, and he said, you look like you've been out, like, are you burned? And it was funny. My dad was noticing that I was having skin issues. And then Healy was also naming that I had skin issues. And as I mentioned previously in another video, I actually burned my hand recently. So it's kind of interesting that the Healy is identifying that I may need some support with my skin right now. So for right now, you'll notice this button at the bottom of the screen vibrate. Let's not talk about that right now. In fact, what we're just going to do, we'll address that in another video. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna press the back button on the top left-hand screen, because what we want to do is, okay, it's identified that I need skin programs, but which one? So we're gonna click the back left arrow at the top of the screen. Now I'm gonna go back into the resonance at the top of the screen. I'm gonna press the plus button, and now, knowing that it's suggested I need skin programs, I'm gonna scroll down and I'm going to find here the skin programs, and I'm gonna click just the skin program. So again, we're going to do a second scan now. First we scanned all of the Healy program groups, and we identified one program group that was suggested. Now we're going to do the scan again, and we're just going to look at that program group to identify which program within that group is most relevant for me right now, which would be most helpful for my body right now. So again, I'm going to tune into my focus. When I come to my breath, I'm just going to be really present for this moment, and I'm going to click Start Analysis. Great. Okay. So now it has identified what skin programs would be most supportive for me right now. And you see there's a percentage on the right side, 47% for the top one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on that program that I want to run. So I'm going to click on that top program. It says, do you want to open this program in the Healy app? What that's saying is, do you want to open the pink app and run this program? And I say yes. Okay, great. So now we're automatically opening the pink app. We're switching over. The blue app is being disconnected. I'm connecting to my Healy device. I'm making the Bluetooth connection, and we are going to load the suggested program onto the app. So click continue. Great. So now it's bringing up the skin impurity system program. Now I'm going to press start, and I'm going to load this program onto my Healy, just like we did with the last one. Some programs take longer to load. Some are faster. I'm not really sure what the difference is, but this is where we practice patience. We connect to our breath. We remember that we are giving ourselves a really supportive treatment right now. And we remind ourselves to just come into presence, because what we're doing is we're here to support ourselves. So we give ourselves that moment of presence to come into alignment with ourselves, prepare ourselves to receive these frequencies that are designed to support us to be at our best. Okay, so now you will see that the new program is loaded onto the Healy. And we can see, so the first thing, it says a frequency is generated, but no measurable current is flowing. What do we do first? What's the first step we do? we go to the bottom of the screen and we click that plus sign, and you'll see at the very bottom, there's a number, it says 20%. I'm going to click it up. Okay, great. So 25%, that's when it registered. A lot of times, especially if I'm doing this first thing in the morning, I have to pump it up to 35, 40, 45, 50% before I get it to register. All that tells me is that my body is dehydrated. So again, part of using the Healy is we want to stay nice and hydrated. So get yourself some water, get yourself some tea, hydrate up. And again, as we're starting, we keep it between 15, 20, 25%. We don't really go above that at the beginning because we really want to just kind of ease our bodies into these new frequencies, these new vibrations that we are receiving. So there you have it, guys. That's how you do a scan. Oh, and let's also turn off the Bluetooth because I know many people are concerned about Bluetooth. So again, I'm going to go to the top right-hand corner of the screen. You see this icon here. I'm going to click that. This is going to show me the battery life on my Healy. This is also going to show me the Healy Bluetooth chip. So I'm going to click that little, I'm going to toggle it off. And now I'm going to say switch off. Now, what this is also saying is if you want to reconnect the Healy later, if you want to turn the Bluetooth back on, like you go to run a new program and it can't make the connection, what do? You're going to double click the power button, and that is going to turn the Bluetooth back on. So we're just going to switch this off for now. Sometimes you have to click it twice. There you go. And now it's searching for, the app is searching for a device, but it's not going to find the device because the Bluetooth isn't on. So, all right, guys, let's go back to Zoom. Stop share. All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in. So, so far we have learned all right, guys, so thanks for tuning in. So far we have learned how to run a program. We have also learned how to run a scan. Now, how do you pick which program to run? It's a great question. So a lot of times if it's like, okay, do you know what you want support with, or are you open to suggestions? If I know that I want support with something, for example, one of my favorite programs to run is in the Power of Three section. There's a program that from Ayurveda, they have Vata, Pitta, Kapha, and Pitta is that fire energy. If I'm actually noticed in my skin, I've been having a lot of redness come out. So indications of too much Pitta are like redness in the skin, irritability. There are a variety of different symptoms that indicate you have too much fire. So if I can feel, wow, I'm like thinking angry thoughts, I feel like I want to get into a fight with somebody, I want to get into an argument, that's an indication that my Pitta is out of balance. So I might not even do a scan. I might just go into that program group like we did in the first video and just run the Pitta program. And if I'm really feeling angry, I might, run the Pitta program, turn the Bluetooth off, and when it's done, I might just click the button and run it again. So that's an example of when I know what I want and need. Now, another way, obviously, is to do the scan. And this is one of the best parts of the Healy, is that it has the ability to scan our field and make suggestions for what we need. Cool thing about that is sometimes it'll surprise us, and it'll give us programs that we didn't even think of. So for example, a friend of mine contacted me last night and she asked if I could send her some frequencies. She said that she was having pain in her rib area, in like her chest or on her ribs. And so I did a scan, and what came up was actually programs for the kidneys. And then I looked up where the kidneys located. The kidneys are located just below the ribs. So it was very interesting that she was having pain in her rib area, but which would we have thought of the kidney? No, I would have probably thought of like, okay, the lungs are in the rib area. But no, the scan actually identified something that maybe wasn't so obvious. So you can try both, see what feels good, see what works for you, and just keep in mind that you are in a process of learning exactly that. What feels right for you as you start to weave this tool into your life. There's no formula, there's no perfect formula, but there are suggestions. And as you build your relationship with your Healy, you're going to have different experiences that will show you and teach you what feels right and what works for you. So play around, see what works, see what feels good. Remember, please go slow at the beginning. Drink plenty of water. If you're experiencing any kind of detox symptoms, which can include headache, runny nose, feeling really tired, these can be an indication that just kind of ease back. And what we're doing is we really just want to let the new information in our field have time to integrate and sink in. We don't want to do too much too fast because that can overload our system. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for watching. And please let me know if you have any questions. All right, love you. Bye.